He further reported that, quote, initial and preliminary findings confirm that in many of these cases, law enforcement agents asserted that the subject of the anti-drug operations resisted arrest.
Your Honor, that was part of my statement before, I believe, the UN Human Rights Council.
Now, Mr. Chairman, may I request the good secretary to tell us whether he rendered a final report on this interagency review panel?
Your Honor, lang hapon po. And I would like to thank the members of the House Committee on Human Rights for giving me this opportunity to appear and say whatever the committee expects to hear from me. Your Honor, I am coming here wearing two hats. I am here as former Justice Secretary so that I could answer any question that the committee may have regarding the involvement of the Department of Justice during my time as Secretary in the investigation and prosecution, as well as the review of the overall drug war campaign of the previous administration. So I am ready, Your Honor, to answer any such question that you may have intended for the Department of Justice. And Your Honor, I'm coming here also, with your permission, in my present capacity as incumbent Solicitor General. And I am saying this because we at the OSG have always taken the position that domestic institutions are ready to investigate and prosecute any offenses or abuses that might have been committed in connection with the drug war of the previous administration. As a matter of fact, Your Honor, I have taken note of the fact that although probably not sufficient from the point of view of human rights advocates, the executive department has done its share in accordance with existing rules of procedure in investigating and prosecuting these alleged abuses during the drug war campaign. The DOJ, the NBI, law enforcement agencies like the PNP, the NAPOLCOM, the Public Attorney's Office, etc. These agencies under the Executive Department have done their fair share in the investigation of these alleged abuses. Not to mention, of course, the judicial branch of the government, Your Honor, because some of those cases that have been where the investigation has been completed and where probable cause has been established against respondent law enforcement agents have actually reached the court. And as far as we know, some of these cases have actually been decided by our local courts. Now, we understand also that our Commission on Human Rights has been doing its own investigation of the same pattern of alleged drug abuses. And so is the Office of the Ombudsman, where complaints have likewise been filed. As a matter of fact, Your Honor, there was one time that I broached or floated the idea of for the creation of an independent commission, a fact-finding commission, to investigate the drug war campaign, so that this independent commission will not be constrained by the regular processes which are imposed upon us by our rules of criminal procedure. By doing so, an independent commission, for example, may call anyone they wish to call. And they don't have, like, for example, our ordinary agencies investigating, start only with those that were actually involved in ground operations. So I am, of course, there's the ICC investigation, its own separate investigation going on. So as Solicitor General, Mr. Chair, I wish to express my support because finally, finally, the legislative branch has done something, has done its share.
On February 24, 2021, Secretary Minardo Guibarra reported to the United Nations Human Rights Council that in June 2020, an interagency review panel was created to examine, quote, cases of anti-illegal drug operations where deaths occurred, period, unquote. May we confirm this statement?
That is confirmed, Your Honor.
He further reported that, quote, initial and preliminary findings confirm that in many of these cases, law enforcement agents asserted that the subject of the anti-drug operations resisted arrest or attempted to draw a weapon and fight back. Yet, no full examination of the weapon recovered was conducted, no verification of its ownership undertaken, and no request for ballistic examination or paraffin test was pursued until its completion, unquote. Would the Secretary confirm this statement?
Yes, Your Honor, that was part of my statement before, I believe, the UN Human Rights Council.
Now, Mr. Chairman, may I request the good Secretary to tell us whether he rendered a final report on this interagency review panel?
Your Honor, yes, I rendered a report to the President at the end of that year, in December of 2020, and once again, a year after, in 2021. This report, Your Honor, was based on documents that were turned over to us by the Philippine National Police Internal Affairs Service. And on the basis of these documents that were turned over to us by the PNP IAS, we conducted our own internal review and passed on to the National Bureau of Investigation several cases where we believe that criminal responsibility may be further investigated.
Mr. Chairman, may we request the former Secretary of Justice to give this committee copies of his 2021 and 2020 report on the interagency review panel?
Your Honor, first of all, I am no longer the Secretary of Justice, and I will not have copies of these executive reports. Secondly, Your Honor, I believe that this matter is covered by executive privilege. This was a confidential memorandum submitted to the Office of the President, to the President himself, with recommendations on how to proceed further. So with due respect, Your Honor, I think executive privilege may bar this, may bar myself from actually providing you with copies of these reports, unless, of course, it's the Office of the President who will waive that privilege, because it's a privileged communication, Your Honor.
In other words, the copies of these reports are with the Office of the President.
That is correct, Your Honor, because that's where I submitted the executive reports for 2020 and 2021.
And you do not have any receiving copy of this report?
No, Your Honor. It was a purely confidential and private report to the President.
May we request the Chairman to exert earnest efforts to secure from the Office of the President copies of these reports, because this will tell us how the government then reacted to the extrajudicial killings related to the bloody war on drugs, as well as how they reacted to the defense of Naglaban, because this would be part of the report of the good Secretary of Justice. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for this opportunity to interact with the resource persons.
At the same token, I'd like to ask General Albayalde, do you have the data still with you on what you said a moment ago about the cleansing and the double barrel? Meron ba kayong report ng data na kinikip niyo pa o kinakailangan kunin namin yan sa Philippine National Police?
Yes, sir. Mine is just a text message from my incumbency as the RD of NCRPO from July 1 until November 2019. We can get the official record, Mr. Chairman, from the Philippine National Police.
In fact, we have invited the Director General of the Philippine National Police now, no? General Maribel. We have invited him, no? And he has not in any way answered back, di ba? Pero what would you advise the present Director General today with all of the problems we have now?
Well, Mr. Chairman, ang PNP po naman is really adheres to the rights of every person. In any memorandum circular or any operational plans that we make, palagi pong nandoon, no, hindi po nawawala yan doon sa specific instructions that preservation and respect for human rights is a paramount consideration.
Yes, we know, and I believe that, no. But we have a lot of complaints here, a lot of victims here. So we cannot deny the fact that even if the Philippine National Police believes in what you're saying, we have a lot of victims that ought to address.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, marami din pong during our time na kaya po nang sabi ng former director ng PDEA, meron din pong namatay din naman na mga police personnel during the drug war. And records will show, Mr. Chairman, na hindi po kami nagpabaya doon. At least I can say during our time na hindi kami nagpabaya doon sa pag-iimbestiga ng mga alleged misdemeanors or abuses ng aming mga tauhan noon.
Nakita ko